All right, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how AI digital products is the best business model to start and how to actually do it. This is a full in-depth tutorial. It's like a masterclass video is what I would call it. So let's jump right into it. First things first, I'm going to tell you how my experience went with AI digital products so that I can show you that it actually works and actually makes good money. So first things first, I made $29,000 from my own coaching offer in 1 month. This was in literally 30 days. And then, as you can see, like 7,800 in the last 7 days. And then another $24,000 from in a different month. And by the way, guys, this is a revenue, not profit. So, AI digital products, your profit margins are basically 100%. So, all of that is profit. So, yeah. And last month, October 2025, I made $29,000 personal profit for the month. And I've been able to spend more money on luxury items. For example, I bought a Porsche because I just got my driver's license. So, yeah. This video is going to print you money if you actually watch it all the way through. So stick with me, guys, because I'm going to explain everything in detail so that you can actually start doing this. And I'm going to teach you AI digital products. So let's hop right into it. Yeah, so for the past few weeks, I've been actually creating this board and making this video, and I'm excited to actually share it with you guys. I'm putting this out for free because when it takes you from $10,000 to $15,000 a month, you're gonna come to me to help you get to $20,000 to $100,000 in a month. You know, so here's a super quick breakdown of who I am and what I do, and kind of like my journey and that kind of stuff, so you know where I started from and where I am now. And also so you know I'm qualified to make this video and teach you guys this. So, simply I work with people and help them build and scale their digital product business with AI. That's what I do right now, but I didn't start there. So I've been in the AI digital product game for about 2 years, and I started with a lawnmowing business. So I didn't do AI digital products my whole business career, you could say. I actually started with a simple lawnmowing business in my neighborhood, and I scaled that to about 3 to 4K a month. So that's kind of my first business venture and how I actually got started making money. And I started posting it on social media too, and I kind of blew up with it. Some of you guys probably may have saw me, but yeah, I started making good money and blowing up on social media because I started doing a lawnmowing business. But I can't make nearly as much as I do now with the lawnmowing business because it's not really scalable to the extent, and the profit margins suck. But anyways, now I'm able to change people's lives with AI, actually. And this video will reveal my entire process and business model. So here's a quick overview of each part. So first things first, access to this Miro board, this whole entire Miro board that I'm going to walk through is in the description of this video. So if you need to, look at it or take notes on it, use it for taking notes, something like that, you can do that. But this is not one of those courses where I compile a bunch of my old videos. This is all fresh, like right now, new information that I made specifically for this video, and it's going to help you a ton. So I also split up each section of this video so it's easy to follow, but I don't recommend skipping over any parts you already know because I drop sauce in every single part. And some people have this ego of like, I already know this, I already know that, like I don't need to watch this. No, no, no. But trust me, if you've never made money with AI digital products successfully, then you do need to know all of this information. So let's get right into it. So I want to talk about why you should start doing AI digital products before I actually talk about how to do it. This is important. You need to know the benefits. You need to know the back end stuff of why this works and how to make it work. So, all right, AI digital products is the only business model that still works because I'm going to get into that. But why most online business models are dead in 2025. And it's because they're slow, crowded, expensive, and rigged against beginners. Quite literally, a beginner can't succeed with most business models without years of learning. So, yeah, that sucks, and you don't want to do that. So, AI digital products, you can pretty much start right now if you have the right knowledge and succeed really fast. You make money really fast, right? The time you start to the time you make money is very short. Anyways, traditional models have barriers. For example, SMMA. It is a commodity and it literally eats beginners alive. Now why? Because everyone is offering the same thing with zero differentiation, so it's very hard to stand out and actually make more money than everyone else. It's also very oversaturated beyond repair. Every 17-year-old with a Wi-Fi connection is running an agency for SMMA because of Iman Gadzhi, really. But yeah, it's just so oversaturated. Everyone's offering the same skill, like the same implementations in people's businesses. So it just doesn't make any sense to start at all. And also, no one trusts agencies anymore because too many people overpromise and underdeliver because they don't know what to actually do. They don't know how to actually do the things that they say they can do, right? There's a lot of beginner 17-year-olds that want to run SMMA, and they sign their first client and they absolutely cook their business. They don't know what to do because they simply don't have the experience. So yeah, and that's because you need real skill. You need to learn how to do ads, how to run funnels, how to do tracking, how to do attribution, how to report, and it's just not beginner friendly, right? You have to have years of experience and learning to actually make any money and help businesses and keep them on retainer so you can actually keep making money. It's just not a good business model for beginners, and you're going to get eaten alive in all the competition. Drop shipping is another business that just doesn't work, right? Drop shipping is basically gambling with the credit card, as I like to say. So shipping times kill conversion, right? 14 to 25 day shipping from China is not good when you can go on Amazon and order the same product and get it literally the next day or the same day now. It's just no one really buys from these stores because the shipping sucks and customers don't tolerate that anymore because of Amazon. There's also really low margins. So after ad costs, product costs, refunds, chargebacks, your profit might be like $3. The profit margins, the industry average is 10 to 20%. So that's really low compared to AI digital products. The profit margins are 90 to 100%. So it's like, bro, why would you want to do drop shipping over digital products? It doesn't make any sense. It just sucks. Also, short-lived trends. That's another reason why drop shipping sucks. So you might make money for 2 weeks with the winning product, but the product eventually is going to die. Say you make something around Christmas. Okay, the product is a Christmas present. It's going super viral. You're making 10K a day, for example, which is crazy, but 10K a day. After Christmas, really, your product is going to die, and probably way before it because your shipping times are 14 days. So they're not even going to get their products for 14 days. Why would they order 10 days before Christmas, 7 days before Christmas? They're not going to. So your product's going to die way before Christmas, and it's going to suck. You're going to have nothing to fall back on. There's also heavy competition with digital products. If you find a winning product, 500 people will copy it within 24 hours because everyone's trying to find the next winning product. They're trying to copy the trending products, so it just gets super saturated, and you have a ton of competition out of nowhere. Even if you were the first one to discover the winning product, you'll have 500 people copying it in the next day. So it's not worth it. Another business model is print on demand. So here's why it sucks. You're competing against massive design libraries and AI-generated shirts. There's massive brands that will do print on demand, sort of. They'll print their own shirts, the trending ones, and outsell everyone else because they're a trusted brand, right? They can rank higher because they're trusted. They have a brand reputation that people will buy from. And you're competing against a bunch of people that just AI generate these shirts and can, copy these viral designs and simply just outpace you and make more money. So it's really, really competitive. And also beginners have no brand, no traffic, and no uniqueness. So you're cooked if you start doing this. If you don't have a brand, you're done for because people want to buy from brands they trust. They don't want to buy from some random Joe on friggin' Etsy, right? They want to buy from an actual brand they trust. That's why you're done for. You also have no traffic. You're starting from zero. You have no leads. You have to go out and somehow find these leads by running ads or doing something of that sort, right? Also, scaling is painful because you hit stiff competition immediately. There's so many people that copy these trending designs, just like dropshipping with the trending products that are winning right now, right? There's so much competition and people copy them immediately. Also, margins are even lower than dropshipping because the print on demand costs are extremely high because these people that actually print your shirts out charge a ton unless you order in big bulk amounts. But then you're gambling with your money because you don't know if you're going to sell them. So yeah, profit margins are like $4 to $6 per item, which is nothing compared to digital products when you could sell something for $10 and make $10 or sell something for $4,000 and make $4,000. So it's like, why would you do this? It doesn't make any sense. Also, Amazon FBA. So FBA is a big business disguised as a side hustle. So there's a massive upfront cost, 3 to 10K, just to launch a product, because you have to have a bunch of inventory before you even start selling on Amazon. So you have to order an insane amount of inventory from China, get it into the warehouse, which takes like 90 days on its own, get it all verified by Amazon, and then you can start selling. But it's not good because you're going to rank super low in Amazon choices, right? Because you're a new guy starting out, you don't have any reviews, nothing. So you're done for. I mean, and then Amazon, if your product actually works, will copy your product and sell it for cheaper. It's pretty rigged. I'm not going to lie. Amazon FBA is rigged. But also inventory risk. So you buy 1,000 units and you hope they sell. Like the massive upfront cost is the inventory risk. You have to buy a bunch of units and literally just pray they sell. Okay, you also have no customer relationship. So Amazon owns your customers, not you. They're getting your leads, they're running your brand, and you don't own any of your customers. So you can't get them to come back over and over again because you have no relationship with them. They have a relationship with Amazon, and you are just there to supply the products, pretty much. Also, the competition is insane. So Chinese suppliers will undercut you instantly and start selling these products on Amazon for way cheaper. And you're just done for at that point. And also, Amazon does the same thing. So if you have a winning product on Amazon, they'll literally make it themselves and sell it for cheaper. That's what they do. You can go look. It's pretty rigged, I'm not going to lie. So Amazon FBA is trash. Anyways, every old business model has one thing in common. You need a bunch of skills to start that you have to learn over years. You need money to start, right? You can't start with barely any money or zero money at all. You need experience, which takes a lot of time. You also need a team, most likely. And you need luck. You need to just get lucky and find a winning product or something like that. You also need 6 to 12 months before seeing any money in your bank account, which is an extremely long time when you could do digital products and make money within the first 2 weeks. And you're also competing with people years ahead of you. You're competing with dudes that have been in the game and have a massive brand. And it just doesn't make any sense to start, because why would you want to compete with those guys? So a skill gap problem is the real reason everyone fails at these business models. And here is a little breakdown of the business models and like sort of the expertise, the upfront cost, and the time to money. So business model SMA. The upfront cost is medium because you don't need too much to start. You just need a few automations, like go high level, which is like $100 a month. So it's not too it doesn't cost too much to start, but it does cost something. You also need expertise, a lot of it. You need a high expertise because you have to learn all of the things to implement in people's businesses, what works, what doesn't. You have to know how to run these systems, how to build out the automations, how to get the business, how to get the clients, all this stuff. And the time to money is like 2 to 6 months. I would say it's closer to 6 months than 2, to be honest, because signing your first client is like the hardest part. And you have to cold call all these businesses, send out thousands of emails. It's just, bro, it's not really worth it. And you're not even going to know what to do with it for them to make them more money so that they stay with you. So it's kind of cooked. Also, drop shipping. The upfront cost is high because you have to buy Shopify subscriptions. You have to test ads, which cost a lot of money. You have to test products, right? All of this stuff. So you have to buy all of these things to actually start making money. And then the expertise needed is high because you have to learn how to run ads. You have to learn how to find a good product. You have to learn how to trend hop, all of this kind of stuff, how to build out good landing pages for your stores. So the time to money is like 1 to 3 months, if at all, because the profit margins are so low and you could easily overspend on your ads and go in the negatives. Another business model, FBA, the upfront cost is very high because you have to spend, again, so much money on inventory before you even start selling your products. It's not a good thing to start. And also, most people don't have $10,000 to put into a product. They don't know it's going to work. The expertise needed is high because you have to know how to list your products good. You have to know how to go and get reviews. You have to know how to find a product that will actually sell. All of these things you have to know how to do before you even start seeing money. And you have to put a lot of faith in yourself and invest $10,000 to even, think about seeing money. So the time to money is like 6 to 12 months, and it's just not worth starting. YouTube automations, I haven't talked about this one yet, but the upfront cost is pretty low because you're just making videos. with AI or yourselves, right? And the expertise needed is high though. That's the thing. It's pretty high. But you have to know how to make really viral videos to get a bunch of views on YouTube, and that's really the main skill, and it's really hard to learn if you're first starting. And also the time to money, you have to build a brand up and actually get monetized, all of these things, get a bunch more views on YouTube Shorts. 6 to 18 months. So it's a long time before you start seeing any money, and YouTube pays nickels and dimes, bro. It's not good. Another business model is AI digital products, which is what this video is about. And the upfront cost is almost zero. Literally almost zero. You don't really need to put money into anything because you're going to sell a digital product, which is free to make, and you're going to make videos to advertise for it, organic videos, not ads, which is free as well. So the expertise needed is low because it takes advantage of AI, and AI does a bunch of the work for you. And the time to money is really like 2 to 6 weeks. So you can make money within that short amount of time. Anyways, this is why AI digital products are the only model left with a real open lane. So it is the highest business or highest margin business on earth. Literally, I'm not even exaggerating. Here are the key advantages of starting AI digital products. So there's no delivery cost because it's a digital product. There's no inventory management because it's a digital product. There's no fulfillment hassles because usually it's instant. They get access to all the products because they're just files or a course you built out or something like that. There's no overhead expense because they're digital products. So it's videos or files you made, which are free to give to people. And there's unlimited profit margins because it's digital products. So it's the best business model for cash flow, and it's the best business model to make money fast. So this is the first business model that requires zero experience because of how AI transforms the process. And how does it actually do that? Well, there are 5 key ways it does that. So AI helps you pick your skill. AI builds out your digital product. AI can help you create content. AI can help you write scripts for your content and for your course modules or whatever. AI can research and outline your course, your videos, whatever. So AI removes 80% of the work and gives beginners expert level capability because it knows pretty much everything. So beginners now perform at expert level without actually being an expert because of AI. But anyways, the money part. So why this is the fastest way to 10 to 50K a month. It is the highest profit margin business in the entire online business world. 100% profit margins, no cost of goods, no delivery cost, no shipping, no fulfillment, no physical overhead, no team required. And there is no business model with higher leverage, higher margins, and lower cost to start. You can start making money in weeks, not months or years. And that's simply very true. When I first started digital products, right, I already had a little bit of a brand online, but here's the thing. You can get views on your first day of creating content, right? So it doesn't even matter. But within my first day of selling digital products, I think I made $300. So it's just like you got to know how to make them, and then you got to know what to sell, and then you got to know how to make content, which I already knew how to do. So I just had to figure out the other 2 parts, which was relatively easy once I kind of studied other people and what they did, right? Anyways, the formula is simple. AI will help you pick a skill, build a simple digital product, make content teaching small pieces of it, and then people buy the full version, and 100% of the revenue goes to you. So this is why this is the fastest path from idea to money in the bank. And AI creates shortcuts no model ever had before, and here are the shortcuts. So when SMA started, beginners had a huge advantage. When dropshipping started, early movers made millions. When FBA started, there was low competition, so you could actually make money. When YouTube was new, anyone could blow up because there wasn't that many people posting videos, and if you had new ideas that hadn't been posted before, then you could easily blow up. But now everyone's posted everything pretty much. So yeah. But with AI digital products, that moment is now. So we're in a gold rush window where early movers will become the authority figures for the next decade. And I mean it when I say it, right? Iman Gadzhi said this in one of his recent videos. He said, there are going to be a bunch of billionaires created in the next 10 years from digital products. You just have to play your cards right. And I believe that as well. But anyways, now that you know why AI digital products is the best business model to start in 2025 and 2026 and so on, I'm going to tell you about the actual business model, so how it works, how you actually make money with it, who's doing it, and how they're doing it and what they're selling, so that you know about the business model before I get into the actual meat of the model and how you actually go about doing these things, right? I'm just going to tell you an overview of it pretty much. So what is a digital product to begin with, right? So a digital product is information, transformation, or guidance packaged into a format people can access instantly online. It's something that teaches, solves a problem, or gives someone a shortcut without requiring you to physically ship any product because it's digital. So I genuinely believe this is the biggest opportunity in internet money right now. I mean, just look at everyone online. Everyone is selling a course. That is a digital product. Why are they all selling a course? Because it works. You build a brand, you teach something valuable, and people make money or get this result, and it actually works, right? If you have a course that actually works, then you're going to make a lot of money. I'm not saying that all of these guys online are scammers. I'm saying they're lying to you, right? They say they make money from SMA or dropshipping, but in reality, they sell a course. So their course may actually be good because they probably did do dropshipping or SMA and were successful with it, so they could actually teach you how to do it as well. But, they are lying about what they do right now, right? Right now, they sell a course and make money from that. So that's why I'm here to expose the truth and kind of break down the actual good business model that everyone's doing. But anyways, examples. So tutorial or course, this would be examples of digital products. A tutorial or course, a Notion or Google Sheet template, a system, method, or a framework, a digital guide that's like in the form of a PDF, toolkit, or playbook, an AI-powered tool or automation, a swipe file or collection of resources. And let me be clear, the biggest influencers on the planet are not making money from sponsorships. They're making money from digital products. So I've already talked about Imran Ghazi a bunch. I'm going to break down how he actually makes money. So how he actually makes money is he sells digital products like Agency Navigator, Ghost Course, Education, or six-figure SMA. So what does he actually sell in these courses? Well, skill-based transformation programs. He wants to take people from starting their agency to making $10K a month with their agency, right? Also, Alex Hormozi, he sells products like $100 million offers book, $100 million leads. He sells free courses that give people value, so they buy his other stuff. He sells in acquisition.com trading, and he sells paid frameworks and templates. So what does he sell? Information plus frameworks. Now, he does sell physical books as well. That's an example of information, right? Selling info. But he also sells ebooks, right? So those would be digital products. And he makes more profit on those than he does with the actual books. So, yeah. Anyways, Jordan Welch. You guys probably know him, the dropshipping guru. So what does he actually sell? Well, he sells a dropship masterclass. He sells digital guides and templates. He sells e-commerce AI tools, and he sells clipping. So what is in these programs? Well, e-com systems plus his knowledge of dropshipping, right? So these are like the three big gurus that sell digital products. There's many more, but those are three big ones that most people know. Anyways, why digital products make money? So like the money physics behind it, right? You create it once. So you build the product one time. There's no repeating work. You don't have to go out and find a product again and then buy it and sell it. No. It's just you build it once and you can instantly give it to people. You can sell it unlimited times. There's infinite supply because it's digital. There's no stock, no inventory, no shipping. And you keep almost all the profit, right? Like I said, the profit margins are like 90 to 100%. So physical products take margins, ads take margins, and labor take margins. But all of those things are out of the question when you do digital products. So how AI speeds up the entire process, like what's the advantage of using AI? So AI removes trial and error, so there's no more guessing what to do. AI tells you the fastest path. And also, AI shortcuts learning. You don't need to be an expert in whatever you sell because AI makes you sound like one, right? You can learn a skill in days, not months, with AI. So say you want to sell something about how to lose weight or how to use AI to get the right answers and how to script out videos using AI the best way. AI already knows this, so you can ask it, it can teach you it, and then you can sell it to people. So AI writes the material, the lessons, the modules, the guides, the exercises, and the scripts, so that AI can draft all of it and you don't have to do anything. So AI also gives you structure. AI outlines your entire product, the modules, the lessons, the checklist, the resources, the worksheets, and the templates. Now I'm going to get into actually how to do all of this with AI the best way. But for now, I'm just going to tell you, what AI can do. And later in the video, I'll explain. Anyways, the simple business model, here's like a step-by-step system, right? AI helps you choose a skill. So there's no confusion. You know exactly what you're going to sell and make content about. The number one beginner problem is I don't know what skill to pick. I don't have any skills to sell. Like, what do I do? And that's why we use AI prompts to help us with this, right? It analyzes your interests. It helps you find what you're naturally aligned with so you can sell something you actually like. And it matches you with a profitable skill, so it makes sure it's profitable. Showing demand, that also shows demand in your niche, so people actually want to buy it and want to learn it. And it gives you instant clarity, so you know exactly what to sell. AI will also build your product in 5 days. So there's a 5-day creation system I have. And day one is the research plus positioning. So AI maps out the niche and the pain points so that you can help people get to their goal by knowing what they need to learn to get there. And that's kind of what the pain points is. The niche is like the actual topic of what you're going to sell. Day two is the product outline. So AI generates modules, lessons, frameworks, product type, and whether you should sell a high ticket, mid, or low ticket. I would recommend high ticket for beginners just because, right, you're not going to have a lot of followers starting off probably. So you're going to want to sell a high ticket course so that you can make good money with low amount of followers. Day three is drafting content. So AI writes digital product materials. And then day four is assets plus templates. AI builds out worksheets, checklists, scripts. Day five is the packaging. So branding, layout, and delivery system. Now this is like how to actually design your product. So your course, mentorship, whatever it is. So AI can do basically the whole entire thing in 5 days. Okay. Now, you don't need to be charismatic because AI gives you the demand angles that attract, because you're going to make content that brings buyers using AI. So yeah, you don't need to be charismatic because AI will give you the angles that attract demand. So here's what AI can actually do for you. AI can write your hooks, script out your short form videos, draft your captions, repurpose each video 10 plus ways. That would be like clipping your YouTube content, your long form YouTube content, into shorter content you can post on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, so it also breaks down your product into content ideas and speak in the buyer language. So you can speak and actually target these people that want to buy from you and want to learn this skill. Now, what do I mean by break down your product into content ideas? What I mean by that is when you make your course or whatever, you're going to have topics inside that course that teach people things. And you can break down those ideas and those lessons into short form or long form videos and then educate people, because you want to give people free value and you want to educate them with your content. I'm going to go over this later again and give you more information on it. But you want to give people value so that they actually trust you. They see you're an authority. They see you know what you're talking about, and then they're going to buy from you because of that. But anyways, then the funnel that converts buyers automatically. So there's no complicated webinar funnels, no massive email sequences, and no ads required. So here is the funnel that converts buyers automatically. So it's basically going to be short form and long form content to a landing page. And on this landing page, you're going to have a type form where they're going to fill out an application. And this application in the form of a type form. Type form is a company that you can do like polls or quizzes, basically. And you're going to have one, and it's going to get people to tell you why they want to learn this and qualify them to make sure that they can actually afford your program. And then from that type form, if they are qualified and if they're good, they're going to be able to book a call with you. And then from that call, they're going to be able to enroll in your course because you're going to sell them on it. Okay? So applications go into sales calls, and then they go into enrollments, which make you money. Anyways, so they get booked into your calendar through the form of sales call. You can use Calendly for that, but again, I'll go over this later. And then you qualify them, right? So you make sure they have the money, you make sure they actually want to start, you make they're motivated to learn the skill, and then you enroll them into your program and you deliver the digital product or system. But anyways, here's why this model actually works. So it's simple, there's no complicated software or tech. It's fast, it takes 5 days to build a product. You don't need followers, even 0 followers can scale. If you have 0 followers, you can scale because you only need great content plus a clear system to make money and get clients. AI does the heavy lifting so that you focus on the idea and the customer, and AI handles the execution. So you focus on getting results for your clients, you focus on the ideas for your video, you focus on the general idea of your brand, and AI does the execution for it, right? So you don't need special talent, right? AI handles the writing, structure, content, and framework so that you can go from complete beginner to knowing enough to make good money in a short amount of time, in like 2 to 6 weeks. So that's why this model actually works. And that's kind of sort of a breakdown of the actual business model. Now I want to get into someone who's done this successfully so that you guys can see that this actually does get results and people actually make really good money from this if you dedicate yourself to learning it and trying. So this is one of my clients. His name is Jackson, and he joined my program and he made $200,000 cash collected in about 7 months. So here's some dashboard screenshots of his dashboards. As you can see, from July to May, his business really started to take off like right here. He barely made any money before that. But anyways, about right here, after the start of 2025, he made most of his money, most of the 100K here. And yeah, bro, like that's crazy, 100K. And then we got 74K here. But anyways, he made over $200,000 in total, and he sold 2 different products. But we'll get into that in a second. So I want to show you a really solid case study before diving into the details of the actual business model so that you have an outline of like how this works. Anyways, where Jackson started. So he was broke and making minimum wage with no followers. He hated his job and everything, right? And he partnered up with me to learn AI digital products. So here's a simplified list of what I actually did for him to help him make money. So I helped choose a profitable skill using AI. I helped find a high demand skill that he could learn fast, and AI helped as well. And then I gave feedback and validated the chosen skill by Jackson just to make sure that it's approved by me, so I can give more feedback on it. And then I turned that skill into a digital product fast. Well, obviously he turned it into a digital product, but I helped him, throughout the process. Anyways, he used AI to outline the program scripts and modules, and I helped Jackson build his personal brand and provided Jackson with all the systems he needed to grow his audience and build all his offers. And as you can see, he went from literally 0 followers to 28.1 thousand in 7 months. And here are the AI content systems that he used, right? So AI helped generate the hooks for his videos. AI wrote the scripts for him. AI told him the pain points for his content that he can use to target people and actually make sales. And he used AI to help make authority content in the reselling niche so that he can come off as an authority because he actually is. He put in the work to learn the skill, right? And yeah. AI also helped him consistently post using the carefully designed content engine that I have. But yeah, I mean, he posted like 2 to 3 times a day and he got extremely good results. But anyways, so AI also helped him build trust and demand in weeks. And he went from an unknown person in their niche to a trusted expert. But yeah, that's like how I helped Jackson. But anyways, his main offer made him $200,000 in about 7 months. And the AI systems and templates provided to Jackson helped him build and scale his business past $100,000. So he was in the reselling business. He sold courses on reselling, and he also sold low-ticket digital products with the vendors, as you can see. And this is actually where he got most of his money from, but he used AI to help with the content, the systems, right, the store, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so basically an online store reselling shoes, clothing, and other items to vendors for them. But yeah. So that's one of my case studies. That's one of my clients, Jackson. Went from $0 and no followers working a minimum wage job to 28.1 thousand followers and $200,000 collected. Anyways, now we're going to get into the actual business model. So this is where you're going to actually learn stuff. And there's 3 pillars to this model that I have chosen and, kind of grouped into categories. But anyways, pillar 1 is choosing the right skill. So that's what we're going to go over first. So yeah, basically AI will analyze your personality, strengths, interests, and experience with simple prompting. And this is how we avoid burnout and pick a genuine fit, right? You don't want to pick some random skill you've never done before, you don't like, that's gonna suck, right? You don't want to do that. So that's why we use AI to analyze your personality, strengths, interests, and experience. And with pretty simple prompting so that you can actually get the right skill for you. Anyways, so you're going to give to the AI your personality, your strengths, your interests, and basic information about yourself. And it's going to give you a list of skills that genuinely fit you and not someone else so that you're doing the right thing. Okay. Here is the prompt input that you should follow. You are a niche selection strategist. Your job is to help me choose one skill that A, I can learn quickly with AI guidance. B, I'll enjoy enough to post content about. C, has a clear buyer demand for digital products, course mentorship files. My info, this is just some random stuff I made up, right? Age 26, interests, game development, coding, tech, work/school background, high school, college. Strengths/weaknesses, problem solving, maths, and coding. Now, you would obviously specify which one's a strength and which one's a weakness, but you get the point, right? Anyways, examples of creators I vibe with. Bracky, Code Monkey. I would supply at least 3, but, I just put 2. It's fine. Anyways, tasks. So this would be what the AI is going to spit out. Generate a short list of skills, 7 skills that fit me. For each, include one-line transformation I could deliver to buyers, why it aligns with my interests / personality, proof of demand that signals to research, keywords, communities, job boards, marketplaces, 3 sub-niches and 5 content angles, monetization ladder, so low-ticket file, core course, or mentorship done with you, okay, and then the price for each of them. Honestly, the AI spits out some wacky prices, especially for the high ticket and mid ticket. So personally, I'll tell you how to price it later in this video, but you want to price it more than what it gives you usually. Anyways, number 2, the second thing it's going to spit out is score each skill 1 to 10 on enjoyment, fit, speed to learn with AI, content ability, daily hooks available, willingness of audience to pay, competitive edge I could bring. Provide a weighted score, 30% pay, 25% enjoyment, 20% speed, 15% accountability, 10% edge. And then this is the third thing it's going to spit out. Pick one winner and explain why it beats the rest. Define ideal customer avatar. So ICA or ICP persona is usually what it's called, ICP. So this is like the type of people that would buy from you and want to learn what you're selling. Also provide the pain points and the desired outcomes. And then craft my positioning statement. I help blank who get blank in blank without blank. So pretty much like I help people learn how to make money using AI digital products to get to 10K a month or past in 3 to 4 months without having to learn a bunch of skills and spend, hours a day working to make content and come up with hooks, come up with ideas, learn the skill, right? Because AI handles most of it. And then list 10 irresistible micro offers I could ship in 7 to 14 days. Anyways, 200 plus custom hooks and prompts revealed inside of Creative Blueprint. That's my program. I just wanted to get that out there and kind of tell you guys that I have a lot more of this kind of stuff in my program. Anyways, so this is what you're going to get out of the prompt that I just went over. A short list of 3 skills that fit you perfectly. So, yeah, here is kind of the real AI output of what you're going to get. So, number 1, the first thing you're going to get is an AI game tool / mini game templates. So, transformation, it's going to give you the transformation, right? Or this is the niche is selected, but that this is what we're getting out of the prompt. I actually literally just took this and put it into ChatGPT, and this is what it gave me. So the transformation is going to help beginners build their first game or game mechanic in 7 days using AI-assisted workflows. Why it fits you, directly matches your background, plus creators you vibe with, Brackeys, CodeMonkey. You enjoy making tutorials plus small systems. Demand signals, keywords, Unity templates, AI game dev, game starter kit, communities, Unity forums, game dev, Reddit, marketplaces. I don't even know what that is, but job boards, prototype, dev roles, indie studio tools. Sub niches, AI assisted Unity workflows, game mechanic templates, beginner game dev boot camps, content angles. Now it actually gives you the content angles too, which is really useful. So I gave ChatGPT one prompt and it built this game mechanic. 3 Unity skills every beginner needs. How to build a game fast without burnout. Fixing subscribers game live. Turn this YouTube idea into a game in 24 hours. And then monetization ladder. This is what I'm talking about with the pricing. It's a little off than what I would do, but it's still not bad, right? Low ticket community, $29 to $49 a month. I would price it at $49 to $99 a month. Anyways, the core course, so this would be like your mid ticket, $147 to $297. I would price it from $299 to $499, somewhere around there. Yeah. So it gives you what it is too. So AI assisted game dev starter program. Mentorship. So this is like the high ticket, 2 to 6K. That's not a bad range. That's pretty good. I like that. 2 to 6K. I would say 2 to 4K unless you're actually really good at what you do and you want it to be more one-on-one. Then 6K is an okay price. But yeah, it says a 6-month program. So yeah, 6K would be a good price. Yeah. 6-month build your first game accelerator. Okay. Here is the second skill it gave us. I'm not going to go through this because it's pretty much the same as this one, just different. So yeah, AI automation for gamers and creators. I actually do want to go through the transformation just so you guys can kind of see what your goal is to help people. So like how you market your program pretty much. So help gamers / creators automate repetitive tasks using AI plus Python scripts. That would be the goal that you're going to help them with. Okay. Here is number 3, AI powered Unity coding tutorials, script mastery. Help beginners learn Unity coding with 10 times faster comprehension via AI. So that would be the goal for that. Now we move down here. So it ranked them. Using the number system, like so 1 to 10, and then it weighted the score and found out which was the best. So number 1, we have the first one I went over, AI game tools templates. So the enjoyment would be 10, the speed to learn is 8, content ability 10, willingness to pay 8, competitive edge 9, weighted score 9.04. Okay. Number 2, enjoyment 8, speed to learn 8, content ability 9, willingness to pay 7, competitive edge 8, weighted score 8.18. The third one 9, 8, 10, 7, 7, 8.34. Okay. Now it compares the skills head to head and shows you visually which skill is better and why. Now, if you think it got something wrong and you genuinely think that like your enjoyment would be higher and that would change the weighted score and make it better, then of course you can average that out and figure out like, okay, I should probably do this instead. But the rest of the stuff, it's pretty accurate, right? You can't argue with it, like speed to learn, content ability, like you can't really argue with that. But the enjoyment, like that's personal, so you can change that if you want. Anyways, so the winner is skill number 1, AI game tools / minigame templates. It perfectly hits enjoyment, daily content potential, and monetization, and you have natural authority in this niche. So it figures out which skill is most profitable, ranking them basically. Anyways, so the winner is this one, and it gives you the pain points, the age, right? So the type of people that would buy from you. And this is actually, I took it straight from ChatGPT too. So the age is 16 to 34, interested in game development, but overwhelmed. Wants to build their first real project, and watches Bracky / CodeMonkey. Struggles with coding logic, motivation, and finishing projects. and wants to build something fast and feel proud, has disposable incomes like $20 to $300 or more. And their pain points would be, I don't know where to start. I can't finish a product. I'm not good at coding. Unity tutorials confuse me. AI helps, but I don't know how to use it properly. The desired outcomes would be to build a real game, understand scripts without confusion, use AI to speed up the learning process, feel like a real game developer or a real developer, and have templates they can reuse over and over again. Positioning statement would be, I help beginner developers build their first playable game in 7 days using AI-powered Unity templates without needing advanced coding experience. And then here's 10 micro offers you can start. I'm not going to go over all of them because, there's no really point. You can read it if you want. But anyways. So it also produces hook ideas and action plans immediately. So that would be like the pain points, right? And it makes you can use it to make ready to start making content around a skill. Yeah, so it's pretty much like you take this and you can make content with it using AI. Because this has everything you need. You just have to find what offer. You have to structure out your offer and stuff. So yeah, and I actually have a ChatGPT template for that as well. Which, yeah. Anyways, so here's how to make sure your skill will make money before you build anything. So you're gonna go back and kind of look at what AI did, and you're gonna verify it yourself. So AI demand validation. So does your product, does your niche have high urgency problems? So is it a painful problem people want solved? Does the problem cost time, money, and emotion? Do people want the solution fast? Is it high frustration or complexity? So if it has all of those things, or just a few of them, it's probably pretty good, right? Is it a high urgency problem? It's probably good to sell. Does an audience already exist? So is there a clear target audience that you can sell to? Do people actively search for results? Is there already groups and communities talking about the problem? Is it easy to identify who the skill helps? If it has these things, it's good to start. Okay. Is there money already flowing in this category? So are there courses on this already selling? Are there coaching programs on this already selling? Are there existing creators in the niche? Are there proven spending behavior? Is there proven spending behavior? So if people are already spending money on courses and want to learn this thing, it's probably good to start. Market gaps you can fill. So are there weak competitors? Is it missing beginner-friendly resources? Is it outdated or low-quality products? Are people selling outdated or low-quality products? You can use AI to offer a new angle. So when you offer a little bit of a new angle targeted towards beginners, or you are taking advantage of AI, or both, then you come off different and special because you are, and people want to do that, right? Because it's new, it's different. So if a skill has audience plus pain plus money plus gaps you can fill, it will 100% sell. So make sure that it has most of these things, and you'll be good, and you're going to actually make good money with the skill and the product you're going to sell. Anyways, moving on to pillar 2, so building your product and how to use AI to do this. So let's get right into it. All right, so I have a 5-day kind of breakdown of each, or 4 days, or no, 5 days, sorry. Breakdown of each individual day of building your product. And I'm going to go through each day real quick. So day 1 is to brainstorm an outline. So use AI to create a full product outline. Define the transformation your product delivers, so what the result is, and then break down the outline into actual modules to teach them and educate them so they can get the result. And then structure the lessons logically. So make sure that they follow a certain order, so where they're learning this thing they need to know first, then that thing they need to know, then that, that kind of stuff. So this is where AI builds you the skeleton of your entire product. So here's an example prompt of something you could use to actually build your product. So yeah, I'm going to read it for you. Act as my AI course strategist. I want you to create a digital product for your target audience. So that would be your ICP. That helps them blank, so your transformation. And then it would be to get a result or solve a problem. And then this is what you would want from it. So please brainstorm 3 product angles based on pain points and current trends. 2, pick the strongest one and outline the core transformation it delivers. Break into 3 to 5 modules. Add 2 to 4 lesson ideas per module. Keep the tone and structure aligned with a style. So whatever your style is, beginner friendly, expert, or step-by-step approach. Now it's going to spit out. Oh, you also have to choose your product type. So it would be high ticket, which again, if you're first beginning, you have no followers, I would advise you to start with the high ticket. Now you may be like, oh, but I don't think I can sell this for that much. Well, that's a limiting mindset. And yes, you can actually, because high ticket is the way to go, especially when you're first starting with no followers. So high ticket, trust me. Mid ticket or low ticket. So, oh, and then also what you want inside of it. So it'd be like one-to-one, small group mentorship, hands-on support, personalized feedback, direct access to you, weekly calls, fast income potential, high transformation. Buyers are serious and committed. That would be high ticket. Mid ticket would be self-paced course, templates, scripts, frameworks, video lessons, no direct access needed, high volume potential, great starter offer, easy to deliver with AI. And then low ticket would be access to private group, weekly or monthly calls, accountability, challenges, peer-to-peer support, recurring revenue, easy to scale. And also I would add in some course modules in there as well. And then you also, who's it for? So people who want fast results, people who want hand-holding, so to walk them through every step. Buyers with the money and urgency. And then mid-ticket would be who's it for? Beginners who want direction, people who don't need a mentorship, audience who wants your systems, not your time. And then low ticket would be people who want community, low budget buyers, people who want ongoing support. So why high ticket actually works? People pay high prices for speed, clarity, and certainty. Now mid ticket, this is where most creators make their first 1K to 10K a month. And why it works. Recurring revenue plus volume equals monthly cash flow business, but you have to have a pretty large audience to succeed with the low tickets. So that's why it's definitely not something you want to do when you have no followers. So yeah. Anyways, so that's day 1, brainstorm and outline. Now day 2 is AI generated slides and visuals. So you're going to turn AI scripts into clean slides, simple visuals, and help learning. And then you want to keep formatting consistent. So make sure the slides are formatted consistently and they don't look all over the place. And then, AI design prompts for clean, modern slides. So this is where your product starts looking professional instantly. And here's an example prompt of what you can use. Using the past following course outline, paste the modules and lessons. So what this gave you basically. And then create a clean, modern slide content for each. Each slide should focus on one big idea, including a headline plus 3 to 5 bullet points. Use plain language for clarity. Suggest a simple visual diagram if helpful. And then format it like it's for Canva, Google Slides, PowerPoint, whatever you want to use. I would recommend just using Google Slides. It's pretty simple. And keep a blank tone. So minimal, modern, colorful style. Whatever you want to convey, right? All right, so day 3 is the worksheets and PDF tools. So you want AI-generated templates, AI-generated checklists, AI-generated frameworks, personal refinements for authenticity. So you want to take whatever it gives you and, personally go over it and change it a little bit so it fits you and what you would like. And then turn the frameworks into downloadable assets. So these tools increase value and just justify higher pricing, right? So an example prompt would be based on the following product, brief description of the course or digital product. Create each module, one actionable worksheet, one checklist, one step-by-step guide, one visual framework or reference chart. The tool should be easy to customize, beginner-friendly, and designed for Google Docs, Notion guide, printable PDF. I would do Google Docs is just the easiest, right? Anyways, so that's day 3. Day 4 is to record the core material. So AI crafted scripts for each module. That's what you want. You want to choose teaching style. So simple, expert, or storytelling. Confidence, recording tips. So be confident, right? Because just be confident. I mean, you're teaching them, so they bought your course, right? Mistakes to avoid: rambling, over teaching, or unclear lessons. Make sure you explain everything in detail, but don't ramble on about the same thing and just repeat over and over again, teaching them the exact same thing. It's just stupid. Waste time. AI gives you scripts so that you focus on recording and not thinking. So here's an example prompt you can use to script out the modules for you. So I'm recording a course for target audience on whatever the topic is. Please write out a video script for this lesson title. Use this format. Hook, grab attention fast, core breakdown, 3 key points or steps, and then real world example or story, and then summary with 1 clear takeaway. So keep the tone, like the style of how you're teaching, and under blank minutes when spoken. That's what you also want to include in the prompt. And then also include 1 visual suggestion for this lesson if helpful. Okay? All right, now moving on to day 5. So package and finalize. This is where you finish everything up. So you're going to choose your product platform. WAP. Use WAP, okay? You can organize your course on WAP, and you can collect payments on WAP. And it's probably the best platform for selling a course, at least in my experience. I've tried School. I've tried all these other platforms. They're not as good as WAP, so use WAP. Anyways, so upload the modules, slides, and videos to WAP, and then edit product pages. Add bonuses, and then edit product pages, and then choose a price, and then create a guarantee. A guarantee you don't need for mid and low ticket, but for high ticket, I would advise to include a guarantee in your thing. So say you're going to teach someone how to make money with AI, right? You'd want to include a guarantee. Like if you don't make any money within the program's time frame without doing these things, like then you get all your money back. But if you do make money, then like it's a win-win, you know? Anyways, so this is the final assembly where you're going to package it, price it, and publish it. Anyway, so what you get out of this is a complete sellable digital product, a clear transformation defined, modules recorded and uploaded, worksheets and tools included, pricing plus guarantee ready, 100% ready to launch to buyers. That's what you get out of all that. So by the end of these 5 days, you'll have a real complete digital product ready to sell. So that is the totality of Pillar 2, building your product. Now I want to move on to another client testimonial, another case we can study. So we got Derek. He went from 2,000 followers to 67,000 followers, and he makes $20K a month now. And he bought a $60,000 car, and he also bought in another car that I'm going to show you in a second. So anyways, so he makes $20K a month, cash collected, as you can see. And here it was his Instagram before he started working. So this is where, before we started working together, this is where he started with 2,000 followers, no digital product, no brand clarity, only knew reselling. He wanted to monetize it, but didn't know how. Then he joined this AI digital product course, and he learned how to use AI to build products. And then he used AI for content ideas plus hooks. And he used AI to structure lessons and scripts. He got clarity on high ticket plus low ticket offers. He followed the 5-day build system, and here's what he built. So he built 2 different offers. He had a high ticket mentorship that teaches reselling, personalized help, fast path to income. And he has a low ticket community plus course, beginners entry point, recurring revenue, and scalable. He exploded his audience with content using AI, and he grew from 2,000 followers to 67,000 followers by posting AI drafted content or AI crafted content. AI created his hooks and angles. He built authority very quickly, and he attracted buyers from his content. So Derek now has a real digital business that grows every day, all because he built his product with AI. So yeah, he has a digital product fully built, audience growing daily, predictable income, and scalable system. This is what happens when you combine one skill with AI systems plus consistent content. You get numbers like this, 1.8 million views, and then you make $20K a month. And as you can see, he bought a $60,000 Range Rover. Yeah, if we go over here, look, here's his Instagram. He has 67.5 thousand followers on Instagram. And before we started working, he was getting views like this, and then he started getting views like this when we started working together. Because he learned how to script out his videos the right way and take advantage of the AI and stuff like that the right way so he can actually get more views. Anyways, so he also bought an AMG, and here's his Range Rover. And he also just bought an M4 competition, and that's on the way. So he's doing really good. So that's another case study we looked at, and he's doing very well as Jackson, like the last one we looked at. Anyways, on to pillar 3. So building a personal brand. So this is where we're going to get into the actual like marketing and that kind of side of how to get clients and how to get people to pay you. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So how AI helps you create buyer attracting content consistently. That's what we're going to get into. So there's only 3 big sessions to the pipeline. So here's an overview of them. So first things first, why most people can't create content. So they don't know what to post. They don't know what to say. There's no clear messaging. There's no consistency, and it takes too long to create content. That's why most people can't create content consistently, and it's a real killer, you know? It's not good. So first, next, right, let's talk about the content types. So what kind of content should you make? Well, you should make authority content that demonstrates expertise and builds credibility. Here's an example: $31,500 dollars in 30 days with AI digital products. Just copy me. That's a video I made. And here's another type of content you should make: problem-solving content, fixes real pain points, shows you understand the niche. How to go viral 99% of the time, because a lot of people can't go viral. So I made a video on it, and it's a real problem people have. Mistake content, so highlights errors people make, positions you as the guide. I didn't make this video, but how I learned game development, mistakes, and lessons learned. Okay. Transformation content, so before, after, student results, personal growth. Here's one: my journey, video game addict to 6-figure 15-year-old entrepreneur. That's one I made. So now on to the third big section to the pipeline is AI systems. So the first AI system is a AI hook generator. So viral hooks, scroll stoppers, and curiosity angles. That's what you want to get out of this. So here is the prompt input. I need viral hooks for my short form content about game development, for example, right? Here's what you would get out of it. Great, you're making blah, 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 and then it would give you some hooks. Confession, vulnerable hooks. I'm actually embarrassed to admit this, but my first game totally flopped. Most people don't know this, but I almost quit game dev last year. I've never told anyone the story, but my biggest idea came in a dream. It's crazy how no one talks about this. It's crazy how no one talks about how lonely solo game dev gets. Here's curiosity/driven bold claims. I built a game in 7 days, and it made $3,000 in its first week. POV, you learn Unity in 30 days and start making games people actually play. No one talks about how hard it is to actually finish a game. I never built another game like this again. Here's why. Challenged or achievement based. Day in the life of a solo dev trying to finish a game with zero budget. Here's the part nobody shows you about building your first indie game. Okay. So day in the life hooks. So I actually have 200 plus hooks pre-compiled and tested that you can just plug and play inside my program Creator Blueprint. So that's very useful, actually. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. Anyways, so now we're going to get into the AI script writer. So full scripts, bullet points, story flow, mistake proof structure, right? But again, you want to go in and like humanize some of this stuff. Not really the hooks, because the hooks are good. But like the script, you want to go and humanize it, add your own sayings, like make it authentic to you, but follow the structure of it. That's the important part. Anyways, so here's a prompt input you could use. Write a high converting short form video script under 60 seconds for niche, whatever your niche is, targeting audience. The video should hook viewers in the first 3 seconds, introduce the problem, offer a unique insider solution, and end with a strong CTA. Keep the tone blank, blank, blank. Okay. Now you also want to tell them what the video is about, but anyways, prompt output. So here's what you could get out of it. Hook. Ever spent 6 hours trying to fix a bug? Ever spent 6 hours fixing a bug only to realize you forgot a semicolon? Game devs feel like 10% coding and 90% debugging your own stupidity. No one tells you it's basically emotional damage in C. I don't even know what that means, bro. I'm not a game dev. But here's the cheat code. Build tiny games, not dream products. One mechanic, one player, one weekend. You'll learn faster, finish more, and stop rage quitting your own code. If you're tired of dev burnout before you even hit play, follow for quick tips that actually save your sanity. Okay. So now we're getting into humanizing the text, right? Like I just talked about. So go through the script writer and make it feel genuinely human, not robotic or AI generated. Make it feel authentic to you. Okay, now we're going to go over the AI calendar or AI content calendar. So a 30-day content plan, batch ideas, and a posting schedule. Here's the prompt input you could use. Create a 30-day content plan for whatever your niche is. Expert who wants to grow on whatever the platform is. Include a mix of formats, value posts, storytelling, FAQs, and engagement hooks. Prompt output. It would give you something like this, as you can see. And you can just take these and then have it scripted out. Humanize it. Boom, you got a post. Okay. Now I'm going to go over AI messaging engine. Okay. So pain points, buyer psychology, niche authority angles. AI does 80% of the work, by the way, because it does all of this kind of stuff. Anyways, here's a prompt input you could use. List the top 10 pain points that my ideal client, ICP or ICA, struggles with when it comes to whatever the problem is. Make them emotionally charged, relatable, and specific. And it's going to give you something like this right here. Top 10 game dev points. Game dev pain points. Wow. Okay. I keep starting projects I never finish. And then it has like the idea, right? I don't know if my game is even good or just trash. I feel like I'm stuck in tutorial hell. Everyone's making progress but me. I have no idea how to market my game. I don't have enough time to work on my game. Every bug feels like the end of the world. I'm scared to ask for help. I'll look dumb. I want to go full-time game dev, but I don't see how. I feel invisible no matter how much I build. Okay, those are some real pain points people have. Now, this is compiled using our own custom blueprint bot designed to generate hooks, build full content scripts, task calendars, and messaging, and more. This is exclusive for my Creator Blueprint members, but you can just use the base model of ChatGPT. Now, your answers aren't going to be as good because I've trained this based on good viral content, and I personally made sure it gives the right answers and thinks the right way. But ChatGPT can give you some decent stuff too. Anyways, time to move on. So, basically, the results out of all of this, out of the 3 pillars, gives you you attract buying intent followers, you build authority fast, you have more inbound DMs, you have more applications, you have consistent lead flow, and you become the go-to in your niche, which is all the things that you want, right? You want all of that from this. So that is pillar 3 on building your personal brand, right? That's how you get clients, how you actually market, and all that kind of stuff. So move on to here. All right, so I want to recap the journey just a bit, just so you guys kind of get a little bit of a refresher at the end here. So don't skip past this part. It's going to be important so you don't forget anything. Anyways, so let's get right into it. So let's go over again why AI digital products. Well, because of how trash all these other business models are for beginners, right? And you have a massive skill gap problem when you first start. And the key advantages of doing AI digital products and why it's the best is because there's no delivery costs, no inventory management, no fulfillment hassles, no overhead expenses, and unlimited profit margins. So now time to go over the business model just one more time real quick. So why digital products make money? You create it once, you build the product one time, no repeating work, you can sell it unlimited times, and you keep almost all the profits. So yeah, why this model works: you don't need special talent. It's simple, it's fast. You don't need followers. You can start with 0 followers and make money in the first 2 weeks. And AI does all the heavy lifting for you. Now we go on to pillar 1. So let's go over here. So again, you want to use AI to help you pick a skill that has high urgency problems. An audience already exists. People are already buying courses on it. And you can find a market gap that you can fill by creating a new angle, right? Or incorporating AI into it. Now, pillar 2, building your product, right? So you want to use AI to actually build out the product using the prompts I gave you, and you will get a complete sellable digital product, clear transformation defined, modules recorded and uploaded, worksheets and tools included, pricing plus guarantee ready, and 100% ready to launch to buyers by the end of the 5 days. Okay? Time to move on to pillar 3. So you use all of these prompts that I gave you, and you incorporate, a lot of AI into these 3 pillars. And you make sure you don't do these things, and you use the AI systems, and you incorporate these kind of content types, so you get these results. You attract buying intent followers. You build authority fast, more inbound DMs, more applications, consistent lead flow, and you become the go-to in your niche. So you do all of those things, and that's what you get. Anyways, so the value in this video is more than enough for you to go off and start making money online with AI digital products. But if you want expert guidance and a mentor who helps you build this the right way from day one, you can apply for Creator Blueprint. I've already kind of told you guys a little bit of what's inside, but here is exactly what's included. So you get 16 hours of step-by-step training that shows you exactly what to do every single day. You get 3 live group coaching calls every single week for feedback, strategy, and support. You get a private one-on-one onboarding call with me so that I set you up with a clear, personalized plan. And you get a members-only community filled with people building real income online. You get access to all my templates, scripts, and plug-and-play systems for every stage of your business. You get access to my AI hook generator plus AI content engine to produce viral content on demand, and custom-built AI prompts designed to build your product, scripts, worksheets, and messaging for you. We also have a guarantee, so 90-day money-back guarantee if you don't make money. So if you don't make money within the 90 days, it's a 4-month program, by the way. So if you don't make money in 90 days, I will refund you every single dime you paid. But if you do, then it's a win-win because you're making money, I'm making money, we're all good, right? Anyways, so who is this for? So who should actually apply? Buyers who want to take action, not just window shoppers looking to just like look around and play around, mess around. People who are ready to invest 4 figures into their future. So if you don't have over $1,000 ready to invest in yourself, then don't apply. Anyone wanting to scale a digital product to 10 to 50K months. Total beginners, no skills or experience required. People who want to make real income online but feel stuck. Those who want hands-on guidance every step of the way so that they don't fail and they know exactly what to do every single day. People who want access to me, my team, and our private community of individuals who want to surround themselves with winners so that they can win too. Anyways, how do you apply? Well, if you fit the criteria and you want to join, how do you apply? You go to the link in the description and you can fill out a quick form. It'll take you like 30 seconds to a minute. But yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot in this video, and go get started. Go make some money. You guys got this. And subscribe because I'll be providing a lot more free value on this channel, so you do not want to miss it. Yeah, wish you the best of luck.